fun and the national, falling in love is a strictly summer event. So don't try looking for falling in love in winter because it won't work. Now in Spain, the only time that they talked about falling in love, which is very few, was upon first sight. Enamorado desde que te vi. Ever since I saw you, I loved you, or I fell in love, not love. So but they don't talk about it a lot. Falling in love really isn't that big of an issue as it is over here. So I remember when Mommy first told me that he loved me, or it was a version, I thought he said he loved me. He told me me encanta, which when I put into Google said I love you, and I was like, oh. And then I found out when I confronted him saying, we've only been together for 3 months. Why did you tell me you loved me? And he was like, I didn't. And I was just like, what are you talking about? You said me encanta. And he's just like, that doesn't mean love. And it was really sad. He did tell me later, August 17th, that he did love me. So in America, there's all of these mixed messages of what love is. When you go into Google, if you type in me encanta, te quiero, or te amo, it's all going to say the same thing, I love you. Because we have one verb to describe this phenomenon, and that is it. So you can say, Mumford and Son says that love is a once-in-a-lifetime feeling, but Son says that it's replaceable. The Lumineers say it's a necessity, but Kesha and Son say it's not. It's holy according to gorillas, and conquers fear according to Fun, yet it's blind according to Lumineers, and conditional according to the National. Arcade Fire says that it grows, but Lumineers say that when it's not good anymore, it ends. So here we have an affirmation of what Strong and Strong said, that love, you don't really know what it is. But in Spain, like I said, they have 2 verbs. They have amar and querer. If you say te quiero, according to the lyrics, it says that that's forever, that you will do anything for that person, that they are your world. It grows daily, and according to Denny Martin, it definitely comes before amar. Now, when you get to say te amo, that one's a depressing one where it's full of struggle, that there's distance, and to love, amar, is to suffer, which is really sad, but they also say that it's a miracle when it does happen because it's so rare. So Spain has a definite context that you can use both of these phrases. Now going to proposals. Wami told me this past December that he wanted to marry me, and I knew that he was serious about it because, you don't just say you want to marry someone if you're not serious about it. Or so I thought. Then I told him, well, I want a ring. You have to wait until you can ask me. I want a proposal. I want a wedding. I want it to be an event. And then he's like, I don't want it anymore. And it all kind of makes sense after this project. In America, it's very social, very public. Like I said, 2,920 videos, almost all of them relevant. I found some videos had 7.7 million views. There were playlists called Best Proposal Ever. They had proposals for flash mobs, sporting events, Comic-Cons, Disneyland, planes, movie trailers, even competition videos where 1-800-Flowers actually sent out who can do the best proposal, we'll give you money for it. So proposals, and then marriage, as we already talked about, that event is very social, it's a ritual for everyone to come participate. But in Spain, not at all. Of the 17 videos that could be considered even remotely relative, all of them were taken in the home with the family around as they're talking about just their life and stuff. So it's very personal and private, and like I said, going back to El Número Bajo Palabra de Matrimonio, which is the, what's that in English? What's that in English? Thank you. Okay. My theory after this research is that the reason that it's so private is because if you even talk about it, then that makes it true. So I think that Spanish people are very leery about what they say when it comes comes to love. And also, when I was over in Spain, I was talking to a lot of the professors over there, and they even told me, like, oh, what's your story of getting engaged? Oh, well, you know, I was having dinner with my boyfriend of 7 years, and we're just like, let's get married, and then we went and signed papers. And that is like the story for everyone over there. And that's just common, that's how it is. So, what does all of this have to say? America is deceptive. They say love when it's lust or a variety of other things. They throw out the word love, like, and I say they, as if I'm not American, we throw out love for everything. And that's why it's such an abstract thing, because no one really knows, because we use it all the time. Whereas Spain is very extreme with their love. It's very defined, it's very concrete. You know when you can use it and when you can't. And it's also very depressing. There actually were only 6 songs that talk about love in a non-depressing manner. They also had a lot of love songs without saying the word love, though, that I didn't include because I was looking for those words. But in Spanish, you don't have to say you love someone for them to know that you mean it. So love is a changing phenomenon from culture to culture. What it means to one doesn't necessarily translate over to another culture. How each culture expresses love and the path that it takes is unique to its own respective culture. So because of this, love can be this abstract thing in America, and it can be very concrete in Spain. It can be the same feeling, but it's described in different ways. And the way that this is possible is because love isn't universal, but it's cultural. So if you want to know how different cultures speak about love, if you want to know how to properly get Brittney to fall in love with you, I suggest looking at the culture itself first and then going from there.